Brent Magstadt out here in Hawaii. I'm having a bang-up good time hanging out, and I'm going to be talking today in Logic Pro about the flanger and the chorus units. We're going to have a blast. We should get to it right away.
Okay, here's that guitar track we were talking about. And as you can see, it's panned straight up the middle with no effects on it. Let's hear this guitar track soloed. Pretty bland. Now let's hear it within the context of the mix. Now as you can tell, it's conflicting with a bunch of the melody elements and whatnot. Let's solo this track again and turn on the flanger. So the flanger, remember that speed represents the changing delay time, which is shown by hertz, right? And basically it's how far the notches are apart. The modulation amount, or depth of the notches, is represented by intensity, and the feedback is the affected signal being fed back into itself. You can do some pretty extreme stuff with this. Let's start with the speed at 0 and feedback at 99%, and just hear what this sounds like. Okay, so that's pretty crazy. Now let's do the same thing, feedback negative 99%. Okay, so let's go back to 99% and add some speed in. It's 500 hertz. Okay, so that's a crazy thing right there. I would probably put this in the vicinity of 20% for the feedback loop, right? And I'd leave the intensity about what it is, and I'd also leave this where it's at 500 hertz for the speed. Let's hear that. That's good. Now let's hear it in the context of the mix. That's a big difference. It spreads it out rather nicely. I like that, and I'm going to keep it if I choose. At the moment though, we'll move on to chorusing. So let's bypass the flanger, bring up the chorus. We will solo this track again, and intensity we're going to drop to 0, rate going to drop to 0. So on the chorus, remember that the chorus is multiple copies of a detuned input signal. And for this chorus, which is Logic's, as is the flanger, the rate represents the frequency or timing of that input signal. Again, this is the notching we've seen previously. The intensity represents the modulation amount. So with the rate at extreme, there's not much of a difference. Let's hear it. Doesn't really do much for me right there, especially with our intent to be to spread this signal out. However, if we set the rate at back here at about 2 hertz or so, say right about here, where is it? There it is. And then bring up the intensity. Let's hear that. Okay, now we're definitely getting that chorus effect. And for this mix, I would probably choose somewhere in the vicinity of 300 hertz. Drop this down a bit more, like right about there. And the intensity, I would go fairly medium, somewhere in the middle, like right about there. Let's hear that. Very good. And in the context of the mix.
Okay, that was really fun. I can't wait to do it again. And don't forget to save your projects. Hope you learned something. And remember, have fun!